Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. You ready to pull some tarot cards? Tarot Tuesday, tarot here at Ho. I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I made intentions to be happier this week, and I'm not gonna forget because I'm remembering to do that. But my dreams were wiggity friggin' whack last night, and then there was like a torrential downpour throwing buckets of water in through the window in the wee hours. I had to get up and close windows and wipe windowsills, wipe the floor, dry carpets. It was literally throwing buckets of water through the window. And then I woke up a couple hours later thinking that I heard something crash, and I ran to the girls' room, and no one fell out of bed. So I was like, okay, we're good here. So apparently, and then I looked at my phone, it was 7:17, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm awake. Path of the Seven, this unrelentless, just completely unrelentless focus on spirituality. That's what a life path 7 for me is, just friggin' nonstop, and it's just what it's all about. So we're gonna pull some tarot cards today, hanging out with goldenrod. What a good little herb for this week, getting us to feel more happiness and hopefully success with what we do, and prosperity coming in. That'd be all right too. So yesterday I made a video for you on my YouTube channel. As you could tell, as through my yawning, I'm really excited about that. Actually, I was really excited about it, so it made me stay up a little later. But it's called Get Happier Right Now, and it's one of those, I made a doodle video, but I think you'll like it, and the music's all happy, yeah, here, this is the music. I didn't even talk in it because I'm trying to figure out how to make them, and it was just too much to do a voiceover too. So I just made this little 1 minute and 43 second video. So check it out. See, it's happy. It's happy. And then it just gets happier and reminds you to move your body and stretch and go outside and keep adding to the good vibes. So there, I just, spoiler alert. So that was something that I did, and I did enjoy doing it, and I'll make more videos. And I love sinking my teeth into a project that does make me happy, especially at a time in my life where I could use a positive distraction from my previous positive distractions that didn't pan out. So today we're going to do literally a happiness tarot spread by Joy Journey Insight. So if we get in the Instagram and look up Joy Journey Insight, let's see here, Joy Journey Insight, Joy Journey, I keep on typing an H, Journey, and then Insight. Joy Journey Insight. Okay, so she has Choose Joy as her little profile picture, holistic life coach, Teal at Joy Journey Insight, tarot reader. Let's see if I can find this might be an older tarot spread. I really looked for this bugger. I did hashtag happiness tarot spread, and there was only 3 posts on that hashtag. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find it on her page because it's from, let's see, I'll tell you how to get it today. If you're listening in real time, go to my other Instagram tarot spread layout, and I put it on my Instagram stories. So this is from May 19th, 2020. So it's over a year old. So she's probably posted a lot of things. I'll put a picture of it on Herb Oracle. I'll link to Joy Journey's Insight so you can check out Teal. That's a good name. And then also I will read to you the 4 cards that we're going to do today. But before I do that, I want to just tell you of a really funny, awesome synchronicity. So I've been waking up reading my daily meditations. Like I have 3 different books, and they're all from Karen Casey. And I just like read 3, like that has the date, and then, then a little write up. And the one from Each Day, A New Beginning, daily meditations for women for July 13th, which that's what it is in real time now, literally was about happiness. And I was like, this is so fantastic because I love it. And I'm just going to read this page to you because we're talking about happiness. We made intentions this week to up our happiness, and gosh darn it, we're going to do so. So Ruth Benedict, there's a quote from her. She said, "The trouble is not that we are never happy. It is that happiness is so episodical." So, yeah, like we need to keep it constant, not just, holding on to moments. And that's what yesterday was. Like it was saying that like even if you hold on to your past happy moments, you have to even let those go so you can stay in the now moment. This is such a good book. I really am enjoying it. Like, because it said hanging on to any moment, even the good ones, once it's gone, deadens us to the joys and lessons of the present. So whenever I like waste my friggin' time thinking about how good something used to be, that's deadening me to the joy and the happiness of this present moment. So happiness is our birthright. The decision to be happy is ours to make every day when confronted with any experience. So we make the decision to be happy. It's like, it's not just are you or are you not. Like, do you want it? Then be it. Like, it's your decision. You can choose happiness. Too many of us grew up believing that life needed to be a certain way for us to be happy. We looked for the right lover, the right job, the right dress. We looked outside of ourselves for the key to happiness. In time, we even looked to alcohol, drugs, food perhaps, to no avail. So yeah, we're constantly looking outside of ourselves for happiness, using substance, using whatever, circumstance. But the whole lesson is happiness lies within. Happiness lies within you. We must encourage it to spring forth. But first we need to believe that happiness is fully within our power. We must trust that the most difficult circumstances won't keep it from us when we have learned to tap the source within. So it's like once you discover that inner wellspring of worthiness and happiness and love and peace and joy and whatever name you want to put on the good vibes that are always inside of you, then you can tap into it anytime, all the time. Life is a gift we are granted moment by moment. Let us be in awe of the wonder of it, then revel in it. We can marvel at creation for a moment and realize how special we are to be participants. Happiness will overcome us if we let it. So if we would just let it, allow it, it could overcome us. We could just be like naturally intoxicated with blissful vibes if we let it. We can best show our gratitude for the wonder of this gift by smiling within and without. So get those inner smiles going and then outer smiles going. just know. So I enjoy this little book. It was written before she really got into A Course in Miracles, and then like I have some of her even earlier works, and like you can tell like how like the Course in Miracles definitely changed her. But in some of the things that she says, like in some books, kind of contradict each other. But you know what? You're just looking for the nuggets of gold, people. So it doesn't matter what book you find them in. If you can be reminded, if you need the help and the assistance, even though you have that wisdom inside of you, so do I, but I don't know, for whatever reason, still definitely find myself being dependent on outside things to help me, which was the whole thing that they were just saying. Everything lies within, happiness and all that, but geez, learning that might need some tools. So I appreciate my books. I appreciate my cards. We'll be using the Herb Crafters Tarot, which I totally chopped up the name last week. Most definitely. I don't know. Sometimes they're just off, it happens. But today we're going to be more deliberate in choosing more happiness for ourselves. We're going to do that all freaking week. I hope. Tomorrow we're going to power up delight, humor, and joy. We've got to get these good vibes flowing. We got to keep adding to it. So it's like you get the water trickling and then you keep adding to it a little. And then it's like when the pipe is frozen. When it first starts to thaw, it's like drip, 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 drip. Then it's the teeniest, tiniest stream coming through. But once, that ice gets out of the way and the hot water does its thing, it'll be gushing. And happiness is the same way. We got to get the trickle. We got to get the drip, drip, drop. And once we get it flowing, that's when we be knowing that it's always inside of us to choose for ourselves. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our delightful herb of the week, goldenrod, and I dedicate them all to you. Thank you. I draw in happiness. Joy is my natural state of being. I allow success and prosperity to find me. I have everything I need. That which I am seeking is seeking me. I raise my vibration and become a match to all good things. I draw in happiness. Joy is my natural state of being. I allow success and prosperity to find me. I have everything I need. That which I am seeking is seeking me. I raise my vibration and become a match to all good things. And so it is. Okay, so here's what we're doing. The Happiness Tarot spread created by Joy Journey Insight. Be sure to check her out. So this is a 4-card spread. And the picture is kind of, you gotta love it. Like there's a cup of tea that says create a life you love, or create a life you heart. There is looks like a journal that says be happy. And then the words are on top of it. So Happiness Tarot spread. What does happiness mean to me? What blocks me from happiness? What opens me to happiness? What do I need to know or do to help me create a life I love? So that's the 4 questions. So we're going to shuffle our decks, and we are going to use these to see what the tarot brings in. They'd also be really great journal prompts, or she even suggests meditation. Like if you don't feel like writing or pulling cards, you could just ask yourself these 4 questions. 1, what does happiness mean to me? Have you ever even asked yourself that? What does it mean to me? Like, a lot of times we're just like, I don't know. I just know that I'm not happy right now. Like, that's like all the further we get. But like, what does happiness actually mean to you? Ooh, what does happiness mean to me? Something definitely to meditate and think on, because it's like these are where those beliefs come in, or just even the lack of I don't know, like we just never even thought about it. So it's like, yeah, why do I keep saying I'm not happy? I never even took the time to think about what happiness does mean to me, or it's just, we just know it when we're not. Okay, well, let's get to know it like the vibration and frequency that it is. Let's get to be able to cultivate it and hold it and vibe with it and rise with it and perpetuate it. Like, if you want more happiness in your life, you need to be able to perpetuate it. We certainly are really good at perpetuating negativity, good Lord. We just add our fear into it. That's what the Arcturian Council wanted to talk about this morning. Like, the reason that negativity has power over you is because you get fearful of negative things, and then that's what feeds the negativity, makes it stronger. So it's like, we got to quit fearing even unhappiness, like, because like, oh my God, we're not happy, and I'll never be happy again in my life, and we just are adding to it. So we certainly know how to perpetuate negativity. We feed it and keep it going. We need to get to know what happiness is. Just the genuine, pure frequency vibration of happiness, and help that to grow, bolster that, nourish that, fertilize that, put a little gas on that fire. So the second question then is, well, okay, so happiness is our birthright. It's always flowing. It's just this energy that is. So if something's always flowing, you have access to it unless you are blocking it. So what blocks me from happiness? I don't know, probably me being a bitch, I'm guessing, or me being judgmental, or me be thinking I'm not worthy of happiness. So you gotta question yourself, what blocks me from happiness? Because you're blocking it. If you like, that's like, you're doing it. You're either letting it in or you're not. So what blocks me from happiness is the second question. Then it's like, well, I don't want to be blocked. Okay, me neither. So the third question is really important. What opens me to happiness? Being easy about things, letting things go, releasing, laughter, humor, just, oh my God. Like, what can really open you to happiness? Good question. And then the last one is, what do I need to know or do to help me create a life I love? So I'm kind of just going to leave it up to the universe right there. And if there's anything that our guides want us to know, or suggestions on things to do to help us create a life that we love, because that is the whole point, isn't it? It's like, what do you want in life? I just want to be happy. I just want to like enjoy myself and feel good and like doing things and being and feel light, and I don't know, just, it just feels good to be here. No strings attached, just kind of loving it. So anyways, that's what we're doing. You got a 4-card spread. You can put them any which way you want. It doesn't actually look like a layout. She just has the words over the picture. So you can put these four questions any which way that you feel inspired to. If you're just meditating, contemplating, you can just think about them. If you're journaling, get a good pen and let it flow and see what your inner wisdom has to know and share with you. I mean, I've been sticking with my little journal each morning, even if it's just a few sentences. I always am impressed with what comes out, or, like, I'm proud of myself when I write something that maybe wasn't easy for me to hear, but there it is, right in front of you, my dear. Like, it's like my higher self is like, read it, you little sassy broad, you. No, I don't feel so sassy. I mean, I'm like, I had to work through some sass absolutely this week. You can tell by my Spotify playlist. It was definitely surfacing. But yeah, I really feel like I really let go of a lot of things. I'm trying to step into that frequency of love, offering love to everybody. I'm also utilizing the power of project, like I said, making, like, for example, that doodling video. That kept me so busy for hours. I didn't even think about anything but figuring out how to make that. You know what I mean? And that's like really good for me when I can get so absorbed in creation. I forget about all the destruction that I created, ironically. All right, so the magic is in the making. The Herb Crafters Tarot. All right, hopefully that's shuffled enough. I'm just gonna set it on my feet. I'm just gonna rub my hands together like this, and like I'm gonna place one on my higher heart and one on my forehead, like over my third eye, but just encompassing the entire forehead, and then one on my heart. So you can do the same. Just sort of feel like I need to open myself up to more of the energy flow. Sometimes our discomfort in life comes when we actually have summoned a lot of energy, and it's just like more than our pipes are able to handle, and it gives us a headache. And so it's like, if you feel like maybe that's something that's maybe happened in your life, like you've been asking for a lot of stuff, and it's like it starts flowing to you, and you gotta keep up. So yeah, open yourself up, you know. Notice where you're holding tension. Notice when you've got a little exhaustion. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not keeping up with these fast flowing energies. So you got to do something. I also feel like I cannot get enough essential oils around me. Like, I just want more and more everywhere. So I'm going to inhale a little rosewood. Just by making a palm tent, you just put a drop in your hand. I'd like some rosemary too. Let me see if I can find that clanging around. Lemongrass, that'll work. I like always keep a few essential oils in my drawer so I can sniff them. That's right. I'm an essential oil sniffer. Rosewood and lemongrass. I don't know if I would highly recommend that as a combination, but that's just what I did. All right, just gonna rub the extra on my foot. Okay, and pants and arms. Yeah, I just like, it's so muggy and sticky and gross. Like, I just want to be anointed. Anointed, not annoyed, universe. Let me cast my spells clearly. I just am enjoying the anointing of the essences. I feel like this is a big spread. Am I procrastinating here? No, I'm just getting ready. All right, Happiness Tarot spread. Thank you, Joy, Journey, Insight. Thank you, Teal, for this good prompt. What does happiness mean to me? All right, y'all. What does happiness mean to me? Oh God, just this like ever flowing of love. That's why I love lovers, because, you know, I enjoy loving them. So I know kind of what it means to me, but then that's why I also ordered a book about codependency. Because I just that's what codependency is. It's like making one person like the ultimate everything. I feel like, and then attaching so much to them. Yeah, I'm gonna quit doing that as best I can. All right, so what does happiness mean to me? I got seaweed. I got the Curandura of water. You betcha, honey. Happiness is a warm bath. And I know this because I lived so many years in a house that had terrible septic and drainage issues, and I was not allowed to take a bath. And so that deprivation of warm water holding me, you'd think like I would have taken a bath like every single night since I moved into my new house. and I can take as many baths as I want. But I still, I still got to pay the water bill, and I still, just use them for whenever I really want them. Now, I would love to have a bath like this. I'm sure this is not chlorinated city town water. This bathtub has seaweed in it. It's by the sea. She's pouring in like extra hot boiling water with an iron black tea kettle, and there's like a mermaid statue, a seashell, a lighted candle, more rocks, more seashells, a towel, plants, soap, like oils. This is really happening. This is really, really happening, and it's under a moonlit sky by the sea. Whew. So let's see though what the Curandera of water has to say to me. The Curanderas are the healers. So what does happiness mean to me? I love that a healer came in, because I love to heal myself and heal others and make sure that energy is flowing, not stagnant. It does make me happy. I mean, look how na I can get. Like, I do that not just because like I'm interested in it solely. I do that too because the idea and prospect of me inspiring and helping someone and cluing them in about how the plants can be their allies really does bring me happiness. Talking brings me happiness, bringing in messages, letting this energy flow more and more. Like, that is a wonderful thing. Sorry for the words, but to get addicted to. Like, I love happiness. That's why I used to do like live streams, like actual live streams through an app, pulling people oracle cards. It was invigorating. It was definitely a rush, and then you just had so much energy flowing through you. It felt really good. So the Curandera of water is seaweed, so that could be dulse or kelp or something like that. And it's trying to answer the question, what does happiness mean to me? And the Curandera of water says, don't live in the shallows, live in the depths. So I don't want just shallow, momentary, episodical happiness. I want like deep sea happiness. Like, there ain't nothing but that good energy. And like, it's like if you have a conversation with somebody like just about the weather or like the shirt they're wearing or like whatever it, I don't know, the shallow conversations, like they're just so like whoa. But it's like if you could have a deep conversation with somebody, like, the difference, right? It's like just like egoic questions like, oh, where are you from? What's your job? How many kids do you have? What do you think about the politics? Oh, the sun's shining today, but like, have you ever had a conversation where it was real? It was really real. My last one I had was with Bert at the fire, like July 2nd. So it's only been not too long since I actually had a real conversation. But before that, it had been a while. And I was like, dang, I really enjoyed that, Bert. And that's what we have to do with ourselves all the time too. So like, even if I eliminate everyone else from my experience, okay, there I am, me with me. Am I living in the shallows or am I living in the depths? So if I'm thinking about shallow things that don't really matter, that those things do make happiness feel like it's fleeting. It comes, it goes. People make me happy, they piss me off, they piss me off, they piss me off, they piss me off. Oh, they didn't quite piss me off. That makes me happy. Or like I'm thinking like dumb thoughts, shallow thoughts, fearful thoughts, negative thoughts. That is living in the shallows, worrying about this, petty about that. I got to live in the depths. That is what happiness means to me. Having a real honest to God experience with life, true connection to the divine, meaningful moments, understandings, wisdom, enlightenment, unconditional love, progress in my forgiveness, like learning ancient things that take you into a place that, it's not up on the surface. You're going deep. So that is what happiness means to me, living in the depths. So anyways, she also does have the advice to strengthen your bones in ocean's ebb and flow, rock gently on the water, heed the siren's song. So the Curandura of water flows through life with ease. Yep, and that is true. What does happiness mean to me? Just easy. Yeah, like everything, just even things that like could require effort feel easy because I am swimming in the depths of happiness. So the Curandura, the healer of water, she neither hides her feelings nor lets them overtake her. She understands that emotions have cycles too, and she easily navigates their changes. So yeah, emotional mastery, absolutely, that is on my lifetime agenda, and I think that's probably why I study a lot of the different emotions within myself. I'm collecting all the information that I came forth on planet Earth. And then, being able to master and navigate and flow easily and integrate and understand and, not really place too much judgment on whether emotions are good and bad, but they're just a varied diversity, a variety, certainly, of potentialities. So, the Curandura of water, though, remembers that our first home was the sea, and to the sea we shall return. She makes times for daily rituals that bring deep healing. She washes away inner turmoil as she cleanses and bathes. She knows seaweed nourishes her body, and she enjoys snacking on the salty treat. Some people are drawn to her open heart and comforting embrace. Her counsel brings a sense of calm and well-being. So I think that's probably why, of course, one, I love podcasting and hanging out with you, and hopefully my counsel, my AKA running at the mouth, brings a sense of calm and well-being to anyone who gets suckered in here. And keeping my heart open, offering comforting embraces, all of that. And I do love being around the water. That's why I've been really happy going to the swimming pool and washing my face and taking a bath or shower and anointing myself with oils or spraying myself with perfume or spritz. I really have been living that stay calm and moisturize. Okay, I've decided I'm going to put these in a triangle. So we'll put the first card up at the top and like a diamond, a rhombus. And then we'll put 2 and 3 on the west and east points, and then 4 down south. Sound like a plan? All right, so the Curandura of water looks good up there in the north. She knows that water is part of her spiritual journey and just so essential. Makes me thirsty. Drink some water. Oh my God. Should have done that on the break. I was too busy on the break putting rosemary on my toe. I got stung by a bee a few days ago, and it's just getting a little itchy, with that stuff trying to make its way out of my little pudgy toe. Swelled right up. All right, so makes you want to eat some seaweed, makes you want to take a bath. So the ocean might be calling you. Get in it, let your body feel the rhythm, let it make you happy. Where could make you happy today? If all you can get to is the bathtub, get a bath. If you want to go swimming in a pool, get a pool. I definitely feel the call of water. All right. Now, moving on. I just feel like she wants me to like chill for a second. You know, it's like, do you take that time to light the candle and make the bath and get in it to just like swish some water up on your tush and get out? No, you're gonna lay there and soak and let your face sweat and let your muscles like, you know, you're gonna go under the water, get back up, wash your face, go under the water again, swish your hair around like a mermaid. You're gonna really like stay in there probably until the water is not hot. Or like you get pruny, wrinkly fingertips. Or yeah, you're just overheated or done or really thirsty. Like I milk it. I milk that bath for all that it's got. And yeah, if I don't think the water is going to be hot enough, I have added hot boiling water to the bathtub, or heated up marshmallow root water. Yeah, I love doing that. It makes your whole bath this like emollient, sensual experience. So, and you know, I've never taken a kelp bath or anything like that, but you know, that stuff gets slimy for sure. I bet you our skin would love it. Yes, speaking to the mermaid within. All right, so now we got to do number 2. And in the spirit of number 2s, talk about what shit blocks me from happiness. What blocks me from happiness? God, I love being happy. What blocks me? Why would I ever let anything block my happiness from flowing within me? I mean, it seems ridiculous, you know? It's like when you look at it that way, like you should value your happiness so much that you don't let anything block it, but nonetheless, still I guess happens. Because yeah, I've was literally like just experiencing it. I still have moments where I'm experiencing it. All right, this card came up from the deck. It's in my hand. What blocks me from happiness? We have time. Madre of Fire. Now this card usually comes at me to like inspire me to be like a good little herbalist. So I don't really know what it's going to tell me what blocks me from happiness. Madre of Fire. So the mothers. And time says, what blocks you from happiness? Now, time is all about turning up the heat on your creative passions. A warm heart and a spicy kitchen welcome others to your table and stoke the creative fire that burns in your belly. So anyways, the only thing that I can think of is usually when I get the Madre of Fire, I usually say out loud to you in this podcast, I'm not her yet. I wish I could be her. Or something like, yeah, she's amazing. I hope someday I could even be somewhat like the Madre of Fire. So, what blocks me from happiness? Like, I could probably be doing more, but I don't see like my own personal value or that it's going to be worth the time. Haha, time jokes. Or no, I don't see anybody wanting me to be the Madre of Fire. Like, she inspires others by living an artistic life. So that would be nice for me to be that to other people. And granted, I have done that for a few people, I suppose, but not like on any type of grandiose scale, you know. Yeah, like someone, you know, I've been studying herbs for over 20 years and I have 2 podcasts about herbs and, you know, whatever. But like, yeah, like some people still think that like I need a piece of paper that says I'm an herbalist, even though I just live the life of an herbalist. Not the best herbalist. Like I see other people definitely living more of an herbal life than I am right now. So that kind of also adds to like my like, well, other people are doing it better than me. Absolutely, we'll let them have it. But it's like, yeah, there is some type of lack of validation. And so someone did suggest that I do like some official herbal training, like pay for it and get a piece of paper. And it's like the ego, that would make the ego feel better, I guess, but that still would not make me any more desirable or valuable. Do you know what I mean? Like it might not. But anyways, so what blocks me from happiness? I'm kind of letting my shadow come out here and show me for itself what blocks my happiness. There's my mother texting me in the middle of a podcast. She'll be over around 9:50. Oh my God. Like, my mother is here more than I am. So, and she is doing so much. She wants to clean table and chairs so that she can paint them. Like, she's just a freaking incredible maniac. She's the freaking Madre of Fire. Like, I literally cannot keep up with her. And then it's like, yeah, then we go back to that whole message, like the energy gets flowing, or maybe you're in a situation like, for example, my mother has way more energy flowing than me. And yeah, like it sort of drowns me every once in a while. Like I literally, it's like I can't get near the stream, the crazy stream of hers. I'm just like, I'm going to go up here on the bank, like further away from the stream and take a nap. Right? So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of things I can do, maybe too many creative things. Like, oh yeah, like I'll just fucking sign up for herbal classes that I could probably teach myself so I can get a piece of paper. Yeah, I have time and money to do that. Oh yeah, I'll do this. I could do that. Like you just get pulled in so many directions. And then, yeah, you start to block your happiness. Like maybe the heat gets turned up a little too much and you're not even sure what you want to do. So the Madre of Fire teaches from her actions. So she encourages collaboration, inviting everyone to play in her busy apothecary. She is upbeat and accepts life's paradoxes. She is driven by a rich imagination and finds magic in everything. So, yeah, what blocks me from happiness? Thinking I have to be the motherfucking Madre of Fire. That I have to always find magic in everything. That I have to invite people into my space. That I have to, like, just always have my days being filled with inspired activities and creativity being my second nature. And it sounds good, but if you're not quite there, it's daunting and it makes your expectations fly through the ceiling, bust out the whole roof, and then you've got that to fix before you can just even enjoy yourself. So I think the Madre of Fire is this huge, warm, potentially fantastic energy to step into. But just every single time the Madre of Fire ends up on my tarot table, I just don't feel like I'm there or I'll ever be there. And then that blocks me from my happiness, that I don't think I'm capable of it. So anyways, she radiates vitality and love. She attracts people into her home. She is warm and wholehearted. And it's like, Jesus. All right, she wants us to embrace our inner glow. It warms the hearts of others. Yes, but like, I don't know. I guess she came in to show me how easily I get like overwhelmed or just like, I don't know if I can play that part or even want to. So what blocks me from happiness? Thinking that I'm not capable of being someone that sees magic in everything like she does. But man, she's really practiced it. I look up, I see 1111 on the ticker. Yeah, she really practices it, and she's been doing it a long time. So she can handle turning up the heat. She can feel, totally comfortable welcoming others to her table, you know, because she has stoked that creative fire for so long that that is really her second nature. Now, it just is who she is. So what blocks me from happiness? Seeing where I'm not yet, understanding that I'm not the Madre of Fire. But she's saying, don't let that discourage you, but that is what you need to be aware of, that in fact you really do get discouraged when you want more for yourself, but then you just don't know how that's going to happen, and then you just, like, I don't know, get burnt up, literally, from the creative fire. All right, well, that sucks. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so that really zapped me a little bit. I was all like, we're going to be happier, we're going to be happier. And then the Madre of Fire comes in, basically shows me what I'm not. Or maybe she's like always popping up to show me my potential, but then it's just like overwhelming to me, and I'm like, oh, I give up, I quit. So yeah, you do have to practice stoking and tending and holding that fire. You really do. You got to get tempered, I guess. I don't know. And in a lot of ways, I can hold a lot of fire, but then, yeah, I have the potential to get burnt up and exhausted like anybody. All right, fine. Third question is, what opens me to happiness? Yeah, now that the Madre of Fire came in and showed me how, like, it can be taken away from me, why is that? Expectations? Overwhelmment? Thinking that it maybe should look a certain way? Did it trigger some type of resentment that, like, yeah, I really have given so much of myself, and yet, I don't know, I got some issues to work out there. Must be. But anyways, yeah, time did come in and swiped out the happiness mat right from under me, didn't it? Like, having it be, what was that word I used earlier? Episodical? I don't know, whatever that word was that I read out of that book. Like, oh, it comes and it goes, or, oh, look, we could take you to a place of asking you to do too much, and then happiness flies out the door. I just wanted to stay in the bathtub with the seaweed. And then it's like, get in the kitchen and make medicine. I was like, too much. All right. What opens me to happiness? Good luck. At this point, I feel like this deck has lost me. Like, I don't even know if it can open me back up to feeling good vibes, because it just freaking exhausted me. It just made me tired. And then, it wasn't that so funny that my mom texted at the same exact time. Like, she's here and over an hour earlier than she told me. You know, yesterday, I was like, okay, I'll see you at 11 because I got to do her hair. And it's like, so yeah, like, I don't know, that was an interesting combo of energies coming in to show me how it's like, yeah, you get pulled in so many directions, or you just haven't really tempered your flame enough that's like, it's so stable, you can give and give and give and give, like time and the Madre of Fire does. All right, very good. Thanks for showing me. Now, you're going to show me what opens me to happiness? My head's a little buzzy, so we'll see. So yeah, I guess opening up yourself, top of my head's kind of like saying, yep, open yourself up, let that funnel flow into the top of your head. Opening yourself up to new ideas and new energies and new perspectives, opening yourself up to happiness, to new ways of letting it flow or get downloaded, installed, incubate, grow, perpetuate within you. So what opens me to happiness? What opens me to happiness? What opens me to happiness? I got the 7 of Fire. It's reversed. It's cinnamon. Oh man, did I lose faith in this deck? And now I'm just pulling wiggity whack cards. All right, Sadie, that was the second time you used wiggity whack, I think, in a podcast. But my dreams last night really were wiggity whack. Really vivid and like, I don't know, definitely like, I couldn't tell like my bad guy was in the dream, and like he was kind of being nice to me, and like I knew, like I was like, what? And then like it's like he's like trying to take money from me, yet at the same time like, oh, you need money, like someone who steals from you but then's like, oh, do you need some money? And then he was like, no, give me that back. And so I gave him it back, but I kept half of it in my other hand, and he didn't notice because like I was staring him right in the eye. Like it was like some weird stuff going on in my dream last night, and like a new character that was like taking my daughter to McDonald's, and I was like, what is this all about? And just like weird stuff, like definitely unsettling wiggity whack. But most of all, what was weird is super vivid. Super vivid. Okie doke. 7 of Fire is what opens me up to happiness. It is reversed. The cinnamon has a message within this deck. Answer the call of the ancients. Seek vision from ancestors. Take a stand for your whole authentic self. So there is the goddess Ixchel and a sunstone and a rosary and a dusty book of healing arts. And there's a roaring fire, there's cinnamon, there's crushed cinnamon, there's cinnamon tea, boiling water on a wood stove, a jar of cinnamon sticks remains opened, and a lime is sliced. So this is supposed to be what opens me to happiness. Study your bloodlines, invite your ancestors to a fireside council, share a warming tea and ask for guidance, boost your day with firepower, use extra cinnamon in your breakfast. It's upside down. Did I just pull a card that isn't quite answering what opens me to happiness? I mean, unless it's connecting with ancestors, but why is it reversed? Ancestral traditions remind us of who we are. I really don't connect with anything specific though. Like some people are like, I'm Celtic, or oh yes, the Aztecs speak to me, or Irish this, or Viking that, or you know, they have like a certain definite connection, like their Mexican heritage, and yeah, I don't really subscribe to any of it. I appreciate all of it, but I just feel like it's silly to only line up maybe with one of them, and I don't know if I'm ever capable of like really embracing like these are my ancestors, and I don't know why. But anyways, learn the history, take the medicine, and eat the food of your people. See, I don't really know who my people are. Do you know, like I have a lot of callings, but I don't know. Do you know? Devotion to divine beings will deepen your connection. As cinnamon found its way around the globe on the Silk Road, allow yourself to be taken on a journey by your ancestors. So that makes me think that like I have connections to all of them, like because I've been there, done that, or I don't. Like I don't know. So it's kind of weird. Devotion to divine beings will deepen your connection. Collect imagery and stories, make altars and offerings. Take pride in where you come from. Stand out for who you are. Claim your sovereign path. Your foremothers will give you direction. Cinnamon is a strong and spicy remedy. Be assertive and bold in the expression of the true self. So I can just really only take the advice of cinnamon. What opens me to happiness is being sovereign. Oh my God. all I can think of is like I have such a galactic path that it's hard for me to connect with any of these human ancestor lineages. So maybe like the more weirder I let myself be, like literally out of this world, then I will feel more open to who I truly am and more happiness. Cinnamon is reversed here. I don't really appreciate studying ancestry at all. I'm not interested in it. I could give a fuck where my bloodline came from. I don't think that defines who I am. And that makes me think that because I take no enjoyment out of it, it's really not relevant to me. It really isn't. So anyways, that's a weird perspective, but it's like, well, connect to what you do feel connected to. So your ancients might more be in the form of galactics. And that's something that will open you to more happiness when you just come out and tell people that you really do have all these weird galactic connections. Oh yeah, I'll do that, sure. Just curious what's on the top and bottom of the deck after pulling this ridiculous card. Yep, the Emperor is on the bottom holding those freaking boundaries for me. And on the top is White Sage reversed. Okay, I was just curious. Yeah, I really am. I was enjoying this with the bath. And then so far for like what blocks me from happiness and what opens me to happiness, I really feel challenged. You know, I really do. I feel challenged because, it's just life just wants me to get weirder and weirder all the time. And it's like saying, yeah, you're not going to be happy unless you totally let your weird ass shine through. All right, let's move to the fourth card. Well, you win some, you lose some. All right, so let's just see if the deck has anything to say that doesn't overwhelm me for what do I need to know or do to help me create a life I love. I mean, I would just answer my own damn question right off the bat by saying, just make up your mind to love your life. Just make up your mind to be happy, to let it flow in. But, I mean, the human ego is something else, man. Like, look how easily Madre of Fire and Seven of Fire, Time and Cinnamon came in to just sort of rain on my parade a little bit or show me where I can have challenges. Or both of those cards together, my nose is so scrunched right now, I can like see it. I'm really scrunching my face. Both of those cards together were basically like, life is asking too much of me. That's what they both felt like. It felt like I'll never, like, I don't want to say I'll never be happy unless I get it all done, but like, I feel like sometimes I place my happiness on fulfilling this mission, whether I've made that up for myself or it actually exists, or being this potentiality of a person that I probably could become. But it's like, it seems too much, you know. It's like maybe like my guides are asking me too much, and like, you know, like the Cinnamon like asking me to be too weird. Like I would if like I knew life was gonna support me, you know, but it's like, prove it, you know. So far it hasn't, but yet it has, because I am really well taken care of. I am really happy. I mean, yeah, I might dip down and take a little nap on the rocks at the bottom of this pit called my life. But for the most part, I'm pretty freaking blessed. I live in a gorgeous house and nice town, and I attract, for the most part, really beautiful people. And I like what my projects, and I like the energy that I bring in, and really for the most part I do have a pretty good grip on emotional mastery, and not perfect, but always getting more and more handy at doing that, getting better at it, choosing happiness again and again and again, regardless, definitely on that path of mastery. But at the same time, the human condition, the human mind, which is very limited, and we're all experiencing that right now. It's like we can only do so much, or we have to let ourselves be governed within the realms that we're capable of. And I think that's maybe what happiness is trying to tell me right now. It's saying, if you keep happiness corralled in your human mind, it'll always be limited, or bump up against the fence, or bulge out like of the container, or be uncomfortable, or feel limited, because it is limited. So it's actually not the right domain for happiness to reside in. Happiness shouldn't be of the mind. We can use the mind to decide to commit to being happy or letting it flow, but actually happiness is supposed to live more in your heart chakra, or your just around you. Maybe it's not even supposed to live within anything. Maybe it's actually supposed to just be this sort of like egg, like this auric egg that's sort of like just you, or like this energetic blob that just, there is no defining of it. There is no sharp edges. It flows, it moves, you try to grab hold of it, it squishes around and hugs you and tickles you and flows out this way and expands. And it really is this energy that you can't quite define, but it always is. And when we attempt to confine it in our minds and define it and manipulate it and hold on to it, and really it just doesn't last. It has no oxygen to it's like a fire. It's like in our minds, our limited human minds, there is no oxygen to keep those flames burning, and it smokes out, and it's just really and then we get tired. But it's like, if we could let that energy just encompass us, flow around us, through us, infuse us, filter in our cells, kind of like it's just always like in and out, squishy, be like more like a sponge. And that, I feel like happiness would be happier if we didn't try to contain it. All right, so what do I need to know or do to help me create a life I love? Oh, chunky deck. A life I love. Do I even know what I want? Maybe I don't know. I think there might be power for me in saying, I don't even know what that would be. It's hard for me to think sometimes, like, what does a life that I love look like, feel like, be like? Or am I just going to know it when I have it? Definitely know it when I don't have it. So, all right, what the heck do I need to know or do to help me create a life that I love? A little bit of an indecisive deck here. Maybe I already know everything. I'll just go with the top card. It's our bee balm. It is our freaking bee balm with nettle on the bottom. I feel like that nettle is pretty valid, because in a lot of times talking about, like nettle, ooh, I relate to her so much. All right, so bee balm, we just hung out with bee balm as our herb of the week a couple weeks ago, and it was teaching us to be vibrant, to be ourselves. And now she is reversed, the Two of Fire. So I'm just going to read her, but then I might peek at the nettle too, because it's saying, what do you need? Like, do I really need to be reminded of bee balm already? What do I need to know or do to help me create a life I love? Harness the power of desire, embrace creativity with confidence, courageously step toward the heat. So it is pretty valid to be under the thyme and cinnamon that both, the Madre of Fire and the Seven of Fire. This Two of Fire is also reversed. It's saying, well, your confidence to step towards the heat is really not there sometimes. Like, you shy away from responsibility. You kind of don't want to be the Seven of Fire and be strange and weird. And it's like, what do you need to know in order to create a life that you love? You've got to step up. You've got to get a little bit closer. An empowered, bright spirit inspires others. So if I am going to dim my light or kind of try to keep those flames from getting too much attention, it's like, come on guys, I just want to blend in here. No. You'll never create the life that you love by blending in. So yeah, it's like, if you want to create the life that you love, it's like you have to have the confidence to be bold. You have to attract so solidly with your weirdness. And having nettle on the bottom, nettle's like, listen, even if it stings, you got to take the first step. So there it is. It's kind of like, one of those, like, you're going to be challenged to step up. You know what I mean? Like, you might never be satisfied unless you truly show all your weird, vibrant bee balm confidence, right? So yes, you could be kind of halted by too much excitement, too many flames, a little bit of fear, but we attract what we desire when we show our bold, colorful selves. So what do I need to know or do to help me create a life that I love? I need to harness this power of desire. I need to embrace creativity and with confidence, right? Just like the Madre of Fire sees magic in every moment, and Cinnamon saying, just be so whoever you've been or are and connected to whatever energies you want to. It's like really just kind of be yourself. And if you're not going to courageously step toward the heat, it's like you're closing yourself down. So you want to be open to alternative ideas. You want to take a creative approach. You want to be original. You want to attract what you desire with your energy. And yeah, have work sessions that are fueled with creativity and passion and doing what I love, even if it seems to be only what I love. You know what I mean? Like, don't really cater to what you think other people want to love about you. Like, just do what you are interested in and what you want to do for you. That is manifesting happiness. All right, so there it is. What did you get? Did you get anything more fabulous than what I got? Like, my card sort of sucked for me. But it was probably what I needed to open myself up more, to understand where my blocks are, to understand what I need to do to just cultivate more happiness, how to work with this fire, how to work with this energy that there really isn't an instruction manual for, because it's just me. It's my own. It's unique to what's going on within me. So happiness really can be just what it means for you, to you. I think there was a lot of like good advice trickling in and then flowing in at times, saying like, maybe don't define this like you thought it was. Don't try to contain happiness. Let it really be something that's like all over the place, like bee balm's hair, like bee balm's petals. So open yourself up to happiness, understand your blocks, take the advice of apparently ancestors, because there's a lot of that. Understand that it could be challenging, but like hello, it's happiness, so it's worth it.